Oh, this thing is dirty. This is what happens when it gets left behind the lawnmower on the ground in the garage. Let's get this cleaned up. Oh, that's way better. So I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today, but I had to go over this here. I found that other tripod and I was like, I'm gonna use that other tripod to mount the camera so I can review this tripod. So I bought this at Best Buy a couple weeks ago and it was about 70 bucks plus tax. So Sunpak. It basically looked like a knockoff of a Manfrotto. But I've been using it now. I'm not a professional or anything. So it comes with this nice little case right here, and I also have the tripod along with the mounting plate. Once you take it out of the bag, everything just folds down like this. And you pop these little tabs in, whatever angle you want, pull it back. So go like that. Then you just loosen these up, pull these out. It actually goes one farther. This has got 2 levels of adjustment. This is a ball mount, so you can sit here and adjust it. It has a little level built in underneath your mounting plate. And this here is for your pan and tilt. It also has little degrees, which I don't really use too much. But and then everything, I mean, it's pretty nice. It's a little bit hard to use, but my biggest gripe, it comes with 2 little wrenches, and you got to keep tightening these things over and over because you can adjust the leg there. You can bring it up a little bit farther, or you can go all the way out like this here and just have a nice little vertical. Little very short tripod. This is basically a knockoff from a Manfrotto from what I can tell. It's quite a bit cheaper, about half the price. You can find these on Amazon. They're all over. This is a Sunpak one, but there's other brands too. One of the problems I have is like, these are just not that easy to sit here and then go through. You gotta spin each one to get it adjusted. And if you don't have it perfectly tight, it's gonna sit there and slip. So I kind of wish it just had regular fold tabs. I know a lot of the premium ones have this kind of thing. Another thing is like, if you want to adjust the legs, you got to pull these out and then you fold it up if you want to put it up, if you want to put it away, but then first you got to take this and then do that and then rotate this just to get it small enough to be able to sit in the bag. Now it is nice that it's a very small form factor and it's easy, it's pretty portable, but a lot of it too, as soon as these legs starting to loosen up, you go to pick it up and then the leg will fall down once you got it fully extended, and then you go set the tripod up and then now it's all loose and everything. And I've even had it before where this tab will pop out just a little bit farther and then the leg will fold up and then the tripod and the camera about fall over. So that's not too good. So you definitely got to keep these tight. I've been using about 2 weeks now, and the panning has a couple little rough spots in it, but it is way smoother than like the junk tripod that I just found on the ground. So it's definitely way smoother than that. It's not bad for like some B-roll shots and stuff, but as far as height adjustability, it seems to take a while to set up. Every little thing I want to do, I have to sit there and readjust the legs, readjust everything a lot more than I would if it was only a 3-piece. And I get you have a trade-off of compactness versus adjustability and ease of use. So I understand that. I do like that they have this little brass pin in here. So when you put this in and you lock your camera down right here, if you were to say loosen that up a little bit, it can't fall out. It just sits there and hits, which is very nice because you obviously don't want your camera to fall off. To actually get the camera off, you got to go all the way out and then you push to one side and lift up and out. There's also a notch right here, so if you want to do some either vertical shooting or some top-down shooting, you can do that. And of course, you can also rotate this too. So there is some adjustability there. Has 4 little rubber pads right on top here. This is the most expensive tripod I've ever had, and all my tripods pretty much have this, and I'm not the hugest fan of this little tiny like wing nut looking 1/4-20 screw. It's hard to get to this piece and hard to quickly switch the camera to it. So I also use a smaller little tripod for doing handheld work, so I have to take this off all the time. I wish there was a little bit faster way to do this. This is my review of the Sunpak TravelLite Pro.